next question thinks a little bit outside the box. If you had to vote for someone in this race other than yourself, who would it be, and most importantly, why? Councilman Chang, you have 1 minute.
You know, I really respect, in particular, Catherine Jean's commitment to her community, because she's the only one of us who's not an elected official. She doesn't have to get up and campaign and raise money and wave signs. She's just a private citizen, and she's devoted her life's work to making life better for victims of trafficking, for children, for those with mental illnesses. And I've seen her come down to the City Council and fight and testify and lobby, and she's been incredibly successful at passing a number of measures, both through the Council and through the state legislature. So I just have a ton of respect for her, and I think that our country would be better served if more young people were to be able to come out, to volunteer, to make our voices heard in this community.
Thank you so much. Representative Takai, same question.
Thank you. This campaign has been wonderful, wonderful experience for me, because I'm up on this stage with friends. Over the years, I've worked with all of these guys and gals. The person that I would vote for and support would be Joey Manahan. We've worked together from the very beginning. I campaigned for him in his very first race, and I've seen him grow. He's worked hard as a member of the legislature and also now as a member of the City Council, and he's earned my respect. That's what I would say. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Anderson.
As Representative Takai stated, I would also vote for Councilmember Joey Manahan. I remember when Councilmember Manahan and I were both staff members at Honolulu Hale. He in the Neighborhood Commission office, me with the late Councilmember Barbara Marshall. I admired his work ethic, always coming to work, working hard for the community, whichever neighborhood board that he was assigned to. I remember him getting elected to the State House of Representatives in 2006. A friend of mine, Brian Mick, spent the evening celebrating with then newly elected Representative Manahan. I've now had the privilege of working with him at Honolulu Hale on the City Council. He's very hardworking. He cares about the people he represents, and he's got a solid pu'uvai heart, if you will, and I really admire that about my colleague Joey Manahan.
Thank you so much. Senator Kim.
If I wasn't running for this office, to be very honest, I would be supporting Mark Takai, because I've worked with Mark Takai for many years in the State House of Representatives, where he is serving, and in Senate. We've worked together at the University of Hawaii issues. I remember doing the Dobell issue with him, and so we get along quite well, and I respect Mark, and so he would be the one that I'd be voting for.
Thank you so much. Senator Sparrow.
I also would be voting for Representative Takai. He's a family man. He's a product of our public schools and the University of Hawaii. He has an appreciation for the military, as he's in the National Guard. My own father was a Navy veteran for 21 years, and I have a son who is a captain in the United States Marine Corps. And I believe that Mark's experience would be a benefit to the state.
Thank you so much. Councilman Manahan, you've got a hard choice here.
I'd love to return the favor, you know, but having said that, you know, Junji, I have the deepest respect for everybody here. After, you know, entering this race and being a candidate, it's not easy to run for Congress. You know, having said that, I really think that Mark has really worked hard on his campaign. He's gotten the momentum, and he's a hard worker, and knowing him from the legislature and how he's voted, I have deep respect for him. And but having said that, I want to wish everybody here well.
Thank you so much. Ms. Xian.
It's a very tough question. Over the past few months, I've gotten to know a little bit more about the other candidates, and I've seen them more than I've seen my family. This is our last debate or forum, and I'm kind of a little sad about that, strangely. But I would have to vote for Joey. I've gotten to know him more than the other candidates because we show up early. But I would have to say that his sincerity and his progress throughout this race has, now we might not agree on everything, and we don't, but I will have to say that his responses and his answers to the public are very sincere, and that's something that you can count on.
Thank you so much. That was a true show of statesmanship by all of the candidates. We were nervous about that question, but so happy to hear that. And so our informal poll here, Takai 3, Manahan 3, and Michion 1. We'll see if that bears out in the election. All right. Well, that concludes our question portion for tonight. Each candidate will now have 1 minute for a closing statement. The order was predetermined by random draw, and we're going to begin with Representative Mark Takai.
Thank you. I protected our country and our community in the Hawaii National Guard. I protected women, working families, and the environment in my 20 years serving in the Hawaii State Legislature. I'll continue to protect Hawaii's interests as a member of Congress. I'll work hard together with our community and other members of Congress. We are a campaign with forward momentum, and we are proud to have a broad coalition of support, including teachers, professors, Sierra Club, Equality Hawaii, veterans organizations, labor unions, and the Honolulu Star Advertiser. They recognize as your next congressman. I'll make sure that Hawaii remains a place that all families will be proud to call home. I'm on your side every time, and I humbly ask for your vote. Mahalo.
Councilmember Anderson.
Mahalo nui loa for tuning in this evening and for giving us this final opportunity to talk story with you. What this choice is about who you, the people of Congressional District 1, want to send to our nation's capital to do your job, to represent you. Who has the right pu'uvai, the right heart, to be able to represent you. During my tenure on the Honolulu City Council, I've worked very hard to bring people together, which isn't always easy. Bringing people together, looking for common ground, looking for everybody to have at least a piece of something and walk away somewhat satisfied, to leave the place better than I found it before. Tonight, I humbly come before you asking for your trust and your vote to be the next United States representative from the state of Hawaii. I will do the best I possibly can to work hard and to carry your message forward in Washington, D.C. Aloha.
Senator Espero.
It has been an honor and a privilege of me for working in the state for 32 years, both in the private sector and the public sector. As the current Senate Majority Floor Leader and the Chairman of the Public Safety, Intergovernmental, and Military Affairs Committee, I've developed the knowledge, the know-how, the skills, and the expertise to be an effective advocate and a strong voice for you in Congress. I am dedicated to my efforts to make the lives of all Hawaii citizens better, and I will work to make certain that the quality of life of our elderly and our children remains strong. Protecting our elderly and Social Security, providing high education and quality education for our children, and creating jobs for the working men and women of our state are priorities that we can work and solve together. I humbly ask for your vote and support on August 9th. Please support the candidate with experience, vision, leadership, and results. Thank you, aloha, and mabuhay.
Councilmember Chang.
I think we can all agree that Congress today is broken. The question is how to fix it. Is it to continue with 20, 30-year career politicians playing the same games? Or is it time to go for change, for a bold vision, for fresh ideas and out-of-the-box thinking for our future? A future where every kupuna will be able to retire in dignity and comfort after a lifetime of hard work because Social Security and Medicare are expanded. A future where every woman makes 100 cents on the dollar for what a man makes. Where every student who wants to go to college can afford to do so. Where everyone of every background is treated equally under the law, just as we are all created equally under the law. That's the future of progressive values that I believe in, that I'm going to fight for, and that I'm going to work hard for on day one in the United States Congress. And that's why I'm humbly asking for your support in this election.
Thank you. Councilmember Manahan.
Thank you very much, Yunji. You know, it's been an honor and a privilege to serve in public office here in the state of Hawaii. And I don't know any other place in the world where I would have been able where I would have been afforded this opportunity. Coming here from another country with a single mom, I never thought I would be serving and working in government, much less being an elected official here. I have the greatest respect for my fellow candidates here tonight. All of us here are rooted in values. We wouldn't be running if we weren't. But for me, this election is not about change. It's about building on the foundation of our previous congressional delegation, led by Senators Akaka and Inouye. And they left a very good foundation for us. It's about honoring their work, and it's about standing on their shoulders as I try to walk in their shoes. My platform, The Path to Prosperity, is moving our state forward through the modernization of our harbors, our airports, and our military. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Aloha.
Ms. Jian.
We must correct the imbalance in government that contributes to economic injustice. There can be no equal protection without equal representation, and that is why I am running for Congress, for the people of Hawaii. And I will not forsake the rights of the people for any reason, especially not for corporate interests and corporate greed. This is why I have vowed to donate half of my congressional pay to Keiki and Kupuna in need until all of Hawaii's people are afforded a living wage. True progressive change cannot happen through fear. A vote out of fear is no vote at all. We all have within us the capacity to do great things. I am saying that we do not have to act in fear anymore. Join me, and we will lift Hawaii's voice together. Mahalo.
And finally, Senator Kim.
Thank you. Now, I take very seriously the trust and faith that you have placed in me for the past 31 years as your state representative, your city council member, your senator, and now a Senate president. And that's the reason why I fight so hard for my constituency. Whether it's balancing the state's $20 billion budget as the Senate Ways and Means Chair, revamping the Hawaii Tourism Authority, the entity that oversees our #1 industry, or holding the University of Hawaii accountable. Certainly I have not gone along to get along. And I know some people say I'm too tough, but this is not a game, and you have to be tough to get things done, especially in Washington, D.C. It's also because I'm very passionate about the issues. I'm passionate about protecting Social Security and Medicare, about taking care of our veterans, making college affordable, and fighting for women's rights. But what I'm most passionate about is serving you. You've heard a lot about endorsements tonight, but the only endorsement that I am interested in is yours. So I humbly ask for your vote. Mahalo.
Thank you. We want to thank all of the candidates, all 7, for participating in our debate tonight. If you'd like to see our one-on-one reports with each of them, and I promise there are some surprises in those stories, you can find them on KITV.com. A reminder, the primary election is Saturday, August 9th. Get out and vote, and tune in that night to KITV4 starting at 5 o'clock for your complete election coverage. I'm Yunji Denise for KITV4 News. Remember, we'll have a recap of tonight's debate on KITV4 News tonight at 10. Hope to see you then. Good night.